Hey guys, this is World Series G, and I am back with a new team breakdown. If you haven't seen my other videos, please give those a look. Today, we're breaking down the Los Angeles Clippers. No Chris Paul, just Blake and DeAndre and some new guys. So, if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe so you can get more of these team breakdowns to you. Without further ado, let's get to the roster.
So here's the Clippers roster. Starting at the top is Blake, DeAndre Jordan, Danilo Gallinari, Lou Williams, Austin Rivers, Pat Beverly, Milos Teodosic, Willie Reed, Montrezl Harrell, Sam Decker, Wesley Johnson, Bryce Johnson, Jawan Evans, Syntherius Thornwell, Jamil Wilson, CJ Williams. So that's the roster. No Chris Paul, probably no Lob City. This is gonna be a big man team. I mean, their best two players is Blake and DeAndre. Lou Williams, Austin Rivers, Patrick Beverly. It's not the dynamic backcourts that we're used to seeing. This is gonna be a kind of a traditional team. What they are gonna be is very good defensively. They're anchored by two of the best defensive players in the NBA. Probably two first teamers, honestly, and Patrick Beverly and DeAndre Jordan. So on defense, they're always going to be competitive. Austin Rivers has turned himself into a decent defender. Over time, we really didn't know what Austin Rivers was, honestly. When he first came in, he was just like his dad's kid. But he's turned himself into a halfway decent player and a pretty decent defensive player. Yeah, 82 on-ball defensive IQ. No one else on this team is standout defensively. But when you got three solid defenders like that, you have a pretty good basis for a good defense. And those guys are going to see a lot of the floor. Blake Griffin is going to be Blake Griffin. And then the other role pieces. Gallinari should be helpful if he can stay healthy. He's a good scorer, good shooter. Lou Williams is going to be some punch off the bench, which they need. And some ball handling and like creativeness from the guards, because it's an interesting team to use, because especially if you play a lot of 2K, a lot of guys, like to create with their point guards. They're guards. And this team doesn't really have many creators at the guard position. Lou Williams is probably your best creator. When I break down the offense, you're going to realize that like a lot of it's just going to go through Blake. Because Blake's probably their best creator. He's a really good passer. He's athletic and can attack. So it's an interesting construct of a roster. It's not gonna be what you're used to seeing from, I guess, a popular 2K team, but it's a 2K team that can win because they can defend with these two guys, Beverly and Jordan. And Blake is dynamic as it gets. He's, other than those lights out 3-point shooters, but he can hit a knockdown shot. He's got a 77 open three, and the three other guys that start are all really good 3-point shooters. Also, they're all at least 80. So if you can create with Blake, you can get some open shots with those guys, and they'll knock them down. So it's kind of inside out how they play, but still a very competitive team, even without Chris Paul. So we're going to get into that offense, and we'll talk about it a little bit more.
So here's the Clippers freelance. It's a 4-around-1 spacing, as you can see. There's 3 around the top, 1 in the corner, and 1 down low. It's got similar actions, as you can say, like the Spurs swing. Here you see the double screen to Blake Griffin. He swings it back, and then he drops down for a screen and pops open for a Danilo Gallinari 3-pointer. Here's another example. Pat Bev gets the ball, swings it to Teodosic, who then has Sam Decker fill in, sets a screen. Well, it didn't really work that well, but the help comes over. Decker's able to swing it to Willie Reed, who's able to attack the basket and finish. And one more example. This is a nice quick hitting action that I like from the Clippers freelance right here. Papev passes it, swings it back. Gallinari sets the pick for Patrick Beverly, and he's able to hit a wide open 3. So let's get into some tips that are actually going to help you be successful with this Clippers offense. Play through Blake. When we go through the roster, you realize that there's no real creators in the backcourt. So you're going to have to use Blake kind of as your point guard, point Blake, if you want to call him. And here's a couple plays that just allows Blake to get open. First one here is the high 1-5 spread. It's just an isolation play here, but allows Blake to take over his man. Blake's really aggressive and strong to the hoop, and here you go here. He spins off Gasol, spins back the other way, and finishes for the and one. Here's another in a slowed down version. He's got Gasol isolated. He spins over, sees the help come over, spins back, and finishes for the and one. The reason why the help was there is because the spacing wasn't that great. Here, when it stops, you can see the actual spacing that makes this most effective. Everyone just clears out for him. Here's a couple other plays. Another play that I like for Blake. This is called the fist 2-5 high. And this just allows Blake to be the creator. So right there, off the pick and roll, sees the help come over, is able to pass to Austin Rivers one more time, slow down, wide open, splash, bang. So here's a couple other plays that the Clippers have that I like. Here, right here is fist 4 out, STS, which means screen for the screener. So there's a screen set for Blake. Blake pops out. There's a screen for DeAndre that comes, but he missed it there. But the help still came over from Pat Bev, and he passed it to Austin Rivers. Here's another example. You see Blake fake the screen. DeAndre hits the screen. Rivers goes to the basket, gets cut off, passes to Lou Williams. Green machine splash down 3 for Lou Williams. Here's another one. Give 5-3 Horns fist. So here, Lou Williams sees the screen, gets to the basket, sucks in the defense, and gets a wide open 3 for Blake. He missed it, but it was still good offense. Here's the second option. If that's not there, you can pass it back to DeAndre Jordan, and the guy who originally sets the screen, Austin Rivers, scores easily. So here's the slowed down version. It's passed to DeAndre. Austin Rivers goes around DeAndre. It's wide open. Jordan makes the pass to Rivers and scores an easy basket. Here again is the same play. We got now Lou Williams setting the screen. Austin Rivers attacks. He doesn't pass out. He sees the strong side help come and just passes off to the corner for a wide open Wesley Johnson. So that's a quick rundown of this Clippers offense. There's some plays in this offense that can help you run. It's a pretty good baseline to get you going. Let's get into their defense. This Clippers team is built to be a top 5 level defense. Right now, you're looking at the defensive settings I use. I'm going to keep it kind of basic to what most pretty decent defenses do. We're going to go over screens and catch hedges, especially at the center position. We want our first team defender, DeAndre Jordan, to be as effective as possible. So we're gonna keep him closest to the basket as possible. We don't want him hedging out too hard. Plus 2K struggles defending hedges in the first place. So we want to keep him around the rim so he can block shots and start fast breaks. That's what he does best. It's going to be really hard to run pick and rolls on this defense in general because Patrick Beverly at the top and then DeAndre Jordan protecting him. I mean, this defense is going to be aggressive. It's going to go out there and attack, be aggressive on the perimeter with DeAndre Jordan at the back end is going to make things a lot easier and smoother for teams, for the defense. And even a guy like Austin Rivers on the perimeter is a solid defender, and Blake Griffin isn't bad either. The only real tough spot in their starting lineup is Danilo Gallinari. But when you've got 4 at least above average to average defenders, it's okay to have a guy like Gallinari who you can hide on the 5th guy. Unless you're paying like the Warriors' def lineup, which means there's really no one to guard. But yeah, this team's going to be a really good defensive team. This Clippers team, while we broke down the offense, this team's bread and butter is definitely the defense. They're going to get after you. They're going to block shots. And hopefully, with Blake Griffin, they can run in transition and score some points for you guys. So, this is World Series G. This is the Clippers breakdown. If you like, please leave a like. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment. I'm going to have some more breakdowns coming soon. This is only the beginning. That's 6 down, 24 to go. Yes, we're going to go through every team in the NBA. So look out for your favorite team. If you want your favorite team to kind of jump the list, leave a comment. I'll get to that one before I get to another one. Other than that, this is World Series G. I'm signing out. Peace.